Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I love these weeks that we have together.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very into it.
Me too.
So we are on episode number 5.
Yeah.
I think we've done pretty good so far with our episodes. We're getting our stride, finding our niche, finding our stuff. I'm into it.
Yeah.
On that note, I want to finish off our Empress Gin and do another Empress Gin cocktail.
Okay, let's do it.
Will likely be my last one of our cocktail series.
Well, you gave me a bottle for my birthday,
so we're going to have to do a few
bring
more.
it back.
What I like about Empress Gin, honestly, is how versatile it is.
Yeah.
There's so many different variations of these cocktails that you can do. One of my girlfriends that I went to school with, shout out to Nancy, she messaged me the other day and she goes, have you made this recipe yet? And I said, actually, I have, but very similar, just a different variation. And she goes, oh, this one's got lychee syrup in it. Where do I find lychee?
Oh.
And I had never heard of that before.
Okay.
So I'm kind of into that.
You could use Soho lychee liqueur, which is very good.
That is a really good idea.
Yeah.
We tried to find that the other day when I was making that cocktail with Nick and I was trying to find the St. Germain's. We also then were looking for Soho instead, and of course they didn't have it.
Dang it.
So. All right, so this cocktail, very similar to the one that we made on the first episode, but it actually has honey syrup in it. So to make honey syrup, you just take a half cup of honey, half cup of water, dissolve it on in a little saucepan, and then let it sit and let it cool. Not as thick as I'd kind of like it, but it looks good. So we are going to take a shaker that's filled with ice, 2 ounces of the Empress Gin, so which I'm obviously doubling up because there's both of us. And we're using my brand new martini glasses today that I got at my bridal shower. And they are gorgeous.
And who are they from?
They are from my Auntie Debbie. Shout out to my Auntie Debbie. They are Rachel Zoe martini glasses. I absolutely love them. I love the nice thick bases on them.
It's Rachel Zoe.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. I'm not up on the designer trends. Clearly, you shop at HomeSense way more than I do.
I do. Rachel Zoe is a stylist. She worked with Nicole Richie, and she has a show called the Rachel Zoe Project.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. There is like a tiny little bit
Just
of gin,
dump
so
it in.
it's going in there. Just dump it in. Oh, perfect. Okay, then we're gonna do a 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice. And as we all know from previous episodes, nobody has time for freshly squeezed lemon juice.
No.
So we are using in the bottle lemon juice. Okay, and then calls for 3/4 ounces of honey syrup in my lovely little squeeze bottle. So I'm going to put obviously 1.5 ounces for both of us.
Good math.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Now, Marcus is also joining us again. Say hello, Marcus. Or not.
He's taking a drink.
Hello.
Now, Marcus, I know you asked us not to spill anything, but unfortunately, I did spill a little bit of lemon juice, so I will require the paper
What would our
towels.
podcast be without having paper towels thrown at us?
True. Okay, so we're going to put that... Oh, okay.
Oh.
That was
not a good
very
throw.
good throw. But thank you very much, Marcus. Okay, so now we've got the lid is on our shaker. We're going to do a nice little shake.
Put some muscle into it.
Okay, can we come back to this for 1 second? Just remind me of this moment in about 30 seconds. Okay.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Do you? All right, and then it pours out a very lovely pink
look at that
color.
color.
Could be a little bit more pink. We had to dilute the Empress Gin with a bit of Bombay
You're giving away our
Sapphire.
secrets.
Sorry, because I didn't have enough Empress Gin. I was not as prepared as I would have liked to have been. So, but that is a very nice pink color, I will say.
I love it.
And then we are just going to garnish with a lemon wheel. We're all about the lemon wheels.
We like a wheel.
We like a wheel, preferably more than a wedge. It's not going to sit on there super nice. Right. And let's just take a quick picture so that our followers who are listening to us on Spotify can see that. Oh, wow. Those are gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then we can have a little cheersies.
Oh, our lemon's going to fall off.
Love. Okay, cheers. Let's see if these glasses do a nice clink.
Okay.
Oh,
that was good.
That's better. That's better. That's delicious.
Really good.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Ooh, good cocktail. What I wanted to come back to with what that martini shaking reminded me of. Did you watch any of South Park?
I've seen a few episodes.
Have you seen the episode with the shake weight?
No, but I can imagine.
Yeah, super funny.
I thought you were going to say something about our old bartender who would vigorously shake a martini.
Oh gosh, yes, way more than was necessary. That's for sure. All right, so let's get this episode started.
Okay.
Have you been listening? Did you listen to Jackie Schimmel's podcast this week? It's
Of
Schimmel,
course.
right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The Bitch Bible.
The Bitch Bible. Shout out.
Shout out to the Bitch Bible. I will say, I was listening to it while I was in the gym yesterday, and I only got to listen to about the first 20 minutes or so. And then I had to go grocery shopping.
Was it the
and all
episode
this kind of
from
stuff.
yesterday?
Yes.
It was very aggressive.
It was
which
hilarious.
I appreciated. I thought it was so funny.
What I really like about her, I've only listened to a few of her episodes before. I know that you listen every week.
Yeah.
I love that she's just so unapologetically herself.
Yeah.
She says whatever she thinks, whatever she's feeling, who cares? This is the way I am. This is how I speak. This is what I say. Don't like it, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
And I really thought that was a neat way to be. And so I'm kind of bringing that into my field.
Kind of the way that I live my life.
I mean, I always just am, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm always kind of thinking about just who I am and how I'm perceived and how I look and how I'm heard and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm just deciding, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's how I feel.
That's how I feel too.
Living my life. Okay. I don't know if you deal with this or if this is just me, but do you find that you go through phases where some weeks you're like, I'm gorgeous, I'm the best, my hair looks amazing, my makeup's working. And then other weeks you're like, I'm ugly, I hate everything, nothing's working.
Yes.
It's one of those like ugly weeks for me this week.
No.
And I'm just like, I hate everything, but I'm getting my hair done tomorrow at Expose Salon, who I absolutely love. Shout out to Expose. And I cannot wait. It's it's needed. It's necessary. Like the color, just no.
Okay, since we're on that topic, I went and got a haircut yesterday. Got a little in trim before my Dyson arrives. Getting my hair healthy.
Because Allie ordered the Dyson. It's official.
I have ordered it. It is coming. It's on the way. But I just wanted to shout out my small business shout out for the week is Bella Mia Salon, which is owned by our friend Gabby McQueen.
Oh, I didn't know that she owned that.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for her. I did not know that.
Yes. So I got my haircut yesterday by Gabby, and she did a fabulous job.
Yeah, it looks great. I like that. Good shout out.
Check her out. Her Instagram is hair by Bella Mia.
Perfect. I love that. I'll do my small business shout out to Expose Salon as well. And I'm just going to look them up and make sure that I don't get their name wrong, because I believe it's obviously Expose, but I just want to make sure that's right. So yeah, it's Expose Salon, but it's just XPOSE Salon. So I get my hair done by Rochelle, who owns the salon. She's absolutely fantastic.
She's a really sweet girl. I met her a couple times. She's great.
She's absolutely lovely. So I will say I've had different hairstylists over the years. And the one thing that I really like about Expose, and I was actually referred to them by my lash girl. Amazing. Courtney knows everybody. The one thing that I love about Rochelle and just Expose is it was the first time that I ever went there. She asked me so many questions about my hair and my routine, which I'd never been asked before. So things like, when you wash your hair, what do you actually do? Like, show me what you actually do. What kind of products do you use when you get out of the shower and you blow dry it or you put a towel through it or whatever? What do you actually do when you brush it? All this kind of stuff. How do you like your part? How do you normally style it? What do you normally use? The products you use, everything. And I'd never had someone take so much time to get to know me and what my actual routine is, because it's different for everybody. Yeah. And what I also liked was that she doesn't push her products specifically. She says, this is what I suggest. How much money are you really wanting to spend? How involved are you actually wanting to be in this? Because I'm notorious for, I really want lovely hair, but I'm not willing to pay for it. And I'm not willing to do all the stuff that I need to do. And so she goes, that's fine. She's like, but do not go to the drugstore and buy herbal essences, because it'll kill your hair. Yes. And she's like, you're not going to spend $200 here to get your hair done and then go to Walmart and buy products. So she's like, these are things that you could use. I sell this stuff. This is on the lower end, whatever. Or, maybe look for this instead, or which I really like, and I felt it's a very personal relationship that I developed with her now for my hair. And she's amazing at what she does. She's so sweet and lovely. And I haven't had a chance to really meet the other girls there, but I've heard good things about them. So Expose. Great. Check them out.
I will say, I'm now taking the time to not taking the time, but I'm actually spending the money because my hair has been shitty. Really shitty. I've been like pushing off getting it trimmed. I've been using shitty tools. I use that Revlon brush thing that everybody uses. It's terrible. So I've ordered the Dyson. It should be here Friday or Monday. And I went out and bought like pretty much the entire Olaplex line, which was so expensive, but like I can already see a difference.
Do you use hair oil every day?
No, I don't. I ordered it from Olaplex. It's not here yet.
So Rochelle got me onto the hair oil.
Yeah.
And because Rochelle, that's a great thing. She kind of said like, there's like 8,000 different things that you could use on your hair every day. And she goes, let's just start with a couple.
Yeah.
You know, so hair oil was a big one. So I've been using the Unite hair oil.
Okay.
And sometimes what I'll do is I'll put it in before I go to sleep, or I'll put it in the morning and then I do a quick blow dry to set it into my hair. And I honestly have noticed a huge difference. I haven't been using it in probably about a month, and I can totally tell the difference, feel the difference, and like, you know, it looks different. So hair oil's huge. Olaplex is great.
Yeah.
So
I ordered that, and I don't know when that's coming. Maybe Friday.
Oh, that's so exciting. It's going to be a great like unboxing day of all this stuff.
So good.
Yes, it is. I really want you to do a video of you trying the Dyson wrap for the first time.
For the first time? Oh God. Okay.
It scares me.
I've heard that it's like a huge learning curve.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well it's going to go the first time, but
I don't even know how to use a curling iron. So.
Oh, neither do I.
I've tried so many times. I can't. I've tried, you know, the way that you see on the videos. I just can't do it.
Well, the nice thing about the Dyson is it like kind of just pulls the hair.
Yes. So you don't have to do really anything.
Once you get the technique down, I think it's pretty easy.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm very excited for you.
Me too.
I'm really hoping that if you get it before next Wednesday, that you better be coming to the podcast with your hair curled by the air wrap.
Okay, I will.
It's just so we can see.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it.
I'll do it.
Okay, love it. All right, I had a couple of things that I just wanted to like keep in my brain. I heard on the radio the other day, so obviously there's a huge heat wave in BC. It's disgusting. Nowhere has AC. You can't even get an AC anywhere. Good luck trying to find one. I heard yesterday on the radio that there's a huge scam going on in the Lower Mainland about air conditioners. So there'll be people, you know, buying or selling them on Facebook for like $2,000, and then it's just a complete scam. They get people to e-transfer them half of the money, and then they never give them the air conditioner.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes. So I heard yesterday there was a guy who was selling one. He wanted a $200 e-transfer first. So the guy said, okay, well, can I see like a piece of your ID before, you know, so I actually know that it's you. The guy sent him a photoshopped picture of a UBC student card. And the picture that he used was his profile picture from Facebook. So it was so obviously photoshopped.
Oh my God.
Like imagine going to that length. Like, that's a lot just to scam somebody for an air conditioner.
People put a lot of effort into scams when they could just put that effort into, like, working.
A real job. I know. I don't even think of things like that.
No.
Like, I don't even think of, oh, there's a heat wave. There's a lot of people that are going to be looking for an AC. I'm going to go and scam a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like, it's shocking to me. I also heard, it was CFox that I was listening to, and they were talking about, there was a guy in Costco who had an air conditioner on his like cart ready to pay, and somebody comes up to him and says, I'll pay you $500 right now to give me that air conditioner out of your cart. So the guy sold it to them for $500, and then the guy still had to go and actually buy it from Costco. So he probably spent like over $1,000 for this air conditioner.
I guess it's worth it.
I mean, if that's
what you're into.
My house has been like 37 degrees inside. So at this point, it's like, I'll do anything for an air conditioner.
Anything?
Never thought I'd say that. That's for sure. Gosh. What are you doing for Canada Day, Allie?
Well, I mean, with all the stuff that's going on, I'm not like super stoked to celebrate Canada Day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm gonna see you for sure.
Hopefully.
I think, what were we doing? A barbecue?
I'd like to do a barbecue.
Yeah. So
yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I definitely understand the different communities that are canceling the festivities and bringing attention to different things.
I fully support that.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, I think it's really just kind of about what you make of the whole situation. I think we had talked about having a barbecue, and I really just want to see my friends more than anything, which I think is great. So yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about this before, about just the tragedies obviously that are going on around Canada, and we offer our support, and it is what it is. Mm-hmm. So I know Victoria was kind of the first community, I'd say, that was really canceling everything and created a bit of a wave.
Kamloops, of course. And I think the city of Nanaimo put out a statement saying that they weren't going to fully cancel, and I'm not 100% sure, but if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do.
Teach their own, I suppose.
So, I'm not feeling super patriotic, I have to say.
Yeah, and I definitely think there's anyone that you kind of talk to is feeling very much the same way. There isn't really a whole lot to celebrate right now, especially in light of what's going on. So, but COVID restrictions lift tomorrow.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. Especially exciting because we've been talking about, obviously, the wedding is coming up, and now that means that we can have more people, which is fantastic. I think it's kind of funny, though, that you're allowed to have 50 people inside and 5,000 outside. Like, I know. That just seems like a very big difference. Yet you still can't move between tables at a restaurant.
No, and you can't dance at a nightclub or at a bar. There's no dancing. It's
but
it's like Footloose.
It is like Footloose. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, we were talking today about how I'm excited not to wear a mask anymore. I am just I'm over it a little bit. I've been very pro mask this entire time. Yeah. Not a problem with it. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm over it.
I actually enjoy wearing a mask.
Well, so I was just going to say that now you can't have a bitch face, or sometimes I kind of like that I'm wearing a mask, that I don't have to look happy.
I don't have to look happy. I don't have to smile. I don't have to wear makeup. I don't have to say hi to people I don't want to say hi to.
True. You can talk shit about people under your breath.
I feel like I'm invisible when I have a mask on, which I know is not true, but it is what it is.
I like that, when I'm at the gym, I kind of like wearing the mask because I like to sing along to my music. And so before, I'd always felt weird if I was lip syncing to my music. Yeah. And so now I'm I can be rocking out
that
while
is funny.
I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah. The other thing is, if someone's being an idiot at the grocery store, I like to mutter things under my breath.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, just walk wherever you want. That's fine. Yeah.
Yes. Feel ya. Or I'm the only one in this store. The rules don't apply to me.
Do whatever I want. Oh, see those arrows on the ground? Oh, sure. Yeah, no, do whatever you want. One time, Jeremy and I were getting into a fight in the middle of an aisle, and there was nobody around, but we're getting into a fight in the middle of an aisle, and then this was at Save-On, and I used to work at Save-On when I was in high school. So one of the ladies, Danielle, who I used to work with, she comes up to me and she goes, "Don't you know that you guys are going the wrong way in the aisle?" And I was like, "Fuck you, Danielle," because we're in the middle of a fight, and then this lady, this random customer comes walking by. She goes, "You're going the wrong way," and I was like, oh my god, it's just too much.
I am such a rule follower, so I
Me too.
make sure to never go the wrong way.
Oh, I know. Jeremy's always really? We have to go around just to go down this aisle?
I do it all the time because I also don't want people to look at me and be oh, look at that ignorant,
just
stupid,
completely ignoring everything.
I know how an arrow works.
I know. I always follow the rules, but sometimes it's there's no one around, and I just need that thing right there. I'm going.
Whatever. Who cares?
Sure. Or have you done it where you go down the aisle backwards so that you technically are going the right way? Have you done that? Well, sometimes I'll do that. I'm okay, you know what? I'm just going to go in here. Oh, Marcus is looking at me weird. I go in backwards because then nobody can say anything. I'm facing the right way. I'm just going backwards to grab this mayo right here. What's the problem? It's a way to circumvent the rules.
That's hilarious.
Whatever. It's fine. Well, I'm going to see a movie tonight.
You are? What movie?
Because now that movies are back in style, I'm just all about the movie theater.
I haven't seen a movie in a theater in 3 years.
I like going to the movie theater. I don't know why. I just like it. I think it's because I like the popcorn, but that's fine. We're going to see F9.
What the hell is that?
The new Fast and the Furious movie.
I don't want to talk about that again.
Okay, so Fast and the Furious has gone from street racing to crime heists, and now they're going to space in this movie.
That's too much. I can't.
I know. I just think it's going to be hilarious. So we're going to go.
I can't.
It's fine.
Good for you.
It would take me a solid hour to explain to you everything that's happened in all of the franchises. So I won't do that now, but I'm excited. Jeremy's brother's here. Shout out to Matt. We're going to go and see a movie. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
He's also bringing over he gets a lot of, those food subscription boxes, so like HelloFresh or Good Food, and he's bringing some of them over so we can try them because I've never tried them before.
Oh, I've tried them before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Oh, almost all of them.
Really?
Yeah, my favorite was HelloFresh. This is not an ad, by the way.
Yes. No.
But yeah, I liked HelloFresh because I felt like they had like the most variety of meals, and they're all pretty easy and healthy, and I liked it.
So, okay, just explain to me how it works. So, comes in a box, has ice packs and everything in it. It has a recipe in it.
Yes.
Okay, and everything's portioned.
Everything's portioned. So, like, you'll get like your veggies, and so you just have to like chop them up and stuff like that. Like, sometimes you'll make like a sauce, and they'll give you all the ingredients for that, and you just mix it all together.
So you don't have to use any of your own ingredients.
You usually do salt and pepper, usually like butter or oil, stuff like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had thought about doing it, but I was I don't know. I kind of thought, the cost, I don't know. But in reality, I mean, we spend about $150 a week on groceries. So
I will say the reason we've tried like almost all the boxes is because when you sign up for the first time, you always get a really big discount.
Yeah.
And then like, I feel like paying full price is just not worth it.
That's how I feel.
So that's why I haven't continued.
I don't pay full price for anything.
No. So like, try them all out and then cancel your subscription.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting because I've heard really good things about HelloFresh as well. And I've thought about maybe just trying it for a week or two and seeing if we like it. The only downside, I think, is that I'm somewhat picky to stuff.
Well, you can pick out your own recipes.
Oh.
So like before, like let's say you want your delivery to be on Monday.
Yeah.
I think it's like usually like by Friday you have to select which meals you want, and then there's like a whole list. And some of them it's like an upcharge,
right?
But you have like you can just pick which 3 meals you want out of like there's like 12 meals and you pick 3.
Yeah.
So,
and do you get enough that you can have it for lunch the next day?
Not usually,
because that's the only other downside is like every night when I make dinner, I always make enough so that we have lunch for the next day.
Yeah, then usually you just get enough for
unless you do the 4 persons or whatever.
Yeah, the family
pack.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I like that.
Do you guys think somebody's done the math in terms of like if you were to plan out your meals for a week versus getting a subscription?
Oh, probably.
How much you would be sick? They have to make money somehow, right? Like that,
of course.
That's how I think about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm paying $6 a meal versus $3, $4 maybe if you cook for the whole week.
Yeah, I mean, okay, just look it up though, Marcus. Look up just right now. Look up like a family plan at HelloFresh.
Yeah, but I mean, it's nice because there's no food waste. So like, especially if you're just cooking for 2 people and you buy like an entire thing of lettuce, it'll probably go bad before you can use it all.
That's true.
So they give you just the amount that you need for the meal, and then you don't have any food waste.
Well, and sometimes what I'll do because I'm such a points shopper is I'll buy extra stuff at the store because I'm like, I'll use this,
and then you don't,
and then I don't, and then I feel bad about it. So, sometimes I have kind of thought about that if this would be a better option, and sometimes with like just how busy I am, it would kind of be nice just to be able to go home and be like, this is the recipe that we're making. It's already figured out.
You don't
just have to cook it.
Yeah, price per serving is $7.
Okay,
that's a lot.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot.
I don't even know.
I mean, it's a lot less than like takeout.
Yeah, it's a lot less than takeout.
And I'm notorious of getting takeout literally
that's
every day.
That's our problem too, is we'll do that where maybe like 2 nights a week we'll go and get takeout or we'll go eat somewhere and then it just ruins everything.
Yeah, well, especially if you're like, I don't know what to make. Let's just get takeout. But it's like, I don't know what to make. Oh, wait, we have a meal kit.
Exactly. And then you're forced to eat it because it's like, it's there and you've paid for this and whatever.
And it's super easy.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. I should look into it. Maybe just try it. I get those cards all the time. Like people give me those cards all the time. I should really just do it.
Yeah.
And it's so hot. Like this entire week, I haven't wanted to make anything.
I haven't cooked anything.
No,
other than salads.
We had rotisserie chicken last night. I made chicken salad sandwiches.
Oh yeah,
because it was, I didn't want to actually cook anything. The night before that we had rotisserie chicken, and the night before that we had takeout.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna make tonight: rotisserie chicken with salad.
Yeah,
something that I don't have to like use my stove.
Yeah, because Jeremy wanted these salmon things last night. He bought like these highliner salmon things.
Yeah,
so I did cook them in the oven at 450 degrees, and I opened up the oven and I was like,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Kurt wanted to make cabbage rolls the other day.
Really?
And it's like you have to put them in the oven for like 90 minutes or something ridiculous. And like we are absolutely not turning on the oven.
Yeah, absolutely
not happening.
No, not a thing. We tried to put misters on the patio last night.
Oh.
We like got a couple misters, and honestly, they're pretty nice.
I liked the one that you guys have at your mom's house.
Yeah.
That like really saved me on Sunday. It was so hot for your bridal shower.
Yeah, so we had bridal shower. It was like 37 degrees, I think.
It was so hot. And Deanna and I were there from 10 o'clock setting up, and we were like just
dripping.
Soaked.
Yeah.
I was literally hosing myself off.
I know. I'm like slightly concerned about the wedding because with August 1st,
I don't think it's going to be
nice.
I
don't think it's going to be that hot.
No.
But when you're in, okay, so I did my dress fitting on Monday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm down to 124 pounds.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, maybe I need to take out like a rib or two because we like did it up and I'm like, oh sure, it fits if I like don't breathe.
Oh no.
Like, oh man, I'm like worried about like busting like the zipper or something. I should have gotten like a 4.5 or something.
I don't think that's
bad.
a thing.
I don't even know. I don't know, but it looks good. If I just like don't eat for the week before, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
We're okay.
My sister got her wedding dress.
Yes, please tell us, how did that
Saturday. It went really well. We went to a place in New Westminster called the Bridal Gallery. Shout out. Mm-hmm. And it was a really, really nice experience. They went over with my sister, Becky. Shout out to Becky. There's a lot of shout outs on this
Becky
episode.
listens to every episode.
She does listen.
Let's put a pin in something because I need to come back to it.
Okay, go. Okay, mental pin.
Okay, mental pin is in it.
So the lady in the store went over with my sister, like what kind of style she was looking for.
Mm-hmm. Did she know what kind of style she wanted when she went in?
She had only looked at a couple of dresses online, but there was one that she liked in particular, and they had that one in stock. So she tried that one on, and then they tried, she asked, what kind of features do you want to highlight?
Right.
Do you want like something like higher neck? Do you want something backless? Like that type of thing?
Yeah, like a big poofy skirt or something fitted.
So she tried on probably 8 different dresses, and like we knew the one right away.
That's how it was with my dress too.
So
So she bought one?
She bought one.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, well, she ordered one, but yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So
Good for
it
her.
Went really well, and then we went for dinner at Boathouse in New Westminster, which
I've never been there.
It was super nice.
Is that down on the Lonsdale Quay?
No, it's in New Westminster.
Oh, is Lonsdale Quay not in New West?
No, that's in North Van.
Oh, shows you what I know.
It's like right along the Fraser River, and they had like a lot of really good seafood, and so we had some good wine. It was great.
Oh, that sounds like such a fun day.
Yeah,
I love it.
We went shopping a little bit downtown Vancouver, and I
love Vancouver.
Yep, I went to Victoria's Secret, my favorite store
Down on Granville or Robson or wherever it is. Yeah.
Oh my God, what a terrible experience though, I have to say. They just would not let me just shop. Like
they're constantly, hi, can I help you?
My God.
Hi.
Okay, so I didn't realize that it was the semi-annual sale.
Oh.
So I walked in the door, and the woman goes, "Hi, what type of bra are you looking for today?" And I was like, "I'm not here to look for a bra. I actually just want.
I just want to look.
I just want some pajamas." And she's like, "Oh, well, when's the last time you were sized with us?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. It's been probably years."
But I don't care because I'm not buying one.
She's like, "Oh, well, they're 60% off." And then she talks into her little walkie-talkie thing. Then some lady comes over and she's like, "Hi, did you? I hear you're looking for a measurement." And I was like, "No, I'm not actually. I'm just here to buy some pajamas."
Oh my God, this
like,
would bother me so much.
Oh my God, she's like, "Well, what type of fabric are you looking for? What size are you looking for?" And I'm like, "Well, I know exactly what I want. I just want to
look,
get it.
I just want to go and look.
I just want to buy it. That's all."
Oh my God,
and it was
I
like,
would hate
okay,
this.
well, we have the sale, and the the sales are over here, and they're organized by size. So what size are you? And I'm like, oh my God.
I don't need your
So I
help.
look and I'm like, okay, well, all of these are ugly. I just want the pair of pajamas that I would normally buy online, but I just happen to be in the neighborhood. So I actually came into the store.
I didn't specifically come here.
Oh my God.
This.
So she followed me around. She's like, okay, so, well, we have silk or we have the modal fabric. Which one are you looking for? And I'm like, oh, the modal fabric, I guess. And she's like, okay. So then another lady comes up to me and she's like, what fabric are you looking for? And I said, the modal fabric. She goes, oh, we haven't made that in years. I'm like, okay, well, sorry that I'm an idiot. I guess I just made that up.
I can't.
And also,
I can't with
that's
any
not
of this.
true. That's not true. They still make it.
Awesome. Victoria's Secret, your customer service is like on
It's
point,
too much.
but it's too much.
So it gets worse. So then I go over, I find the pajamas, the exact ones I want. I find the size that I want. I pick them up and the lady's like, oh, do you want me to get you to try those on? And I'm like, no, I know what size.
I know my size.
I would just like to buy these now. And she's like, oh, well, you're sure? Like, you might not know. Sometimes the sizes are a little bit different. I'm like, no,
I'm good.
I know what I want.
And let me buy.
Oh God.
Here's my credit card. I just want to
swear to
buy.
God, I waited in line for 20 minutes and it was so hot in that store. There was no air conditioning on the hottest day.
No.
Horrible.
Yeah. I cannot tell you how many experiences I've had like that.
I love them. It was worth it, but that sucked. I will always buy online now. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it's just, I will say, like, customer service is great, and thank you for always being there. And it's hard when you go to a store and you want someone to be around and you just can't.
And I have that problem too, where I'm like, but when I ask for help, it's literally like, I know what I want. Where is it?
Right. That's
I'm
it.
like,
I'm like that too.
That's the only thing I ever need help with.
I don't need you to tell me all the different things that you have.
No.
And I'm like that exact thing too.
I'm an informed shopper. I know what I want.
Me too.
That's it. The only reason I'm in the store is because I don't want to wait for shipping.
Yeah, fair. And you're right there. So why not?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And I don't feel bad about saying that because that's a big corporation.
Well, yeah.
If it was a small business, I would feel totally different.
100%. It's like, I mean, there's nothing bad about giving good customer service, but at the same time, I think you also kind of have to read the room a little bit. Yeah, you have to read your customer.
I'm like, I just want this. And they're like, it's like they're not listening.
I don't need like 7 staff members to come and tell me. Yeah, I completely understand that because that's just like, it's a bit too much. And at some point you're causing the customer to think, I never want to come here again because I've been bothered too much.
That's how I feel.
It's very similar to service. We were always taught you want to serve your customer, but you almost kind of want them to feel like you're never there, like you're never a bother to them, right? They have everything that they need on the table, and almost like it magically disappeared because they didn't even realize that you were there doing it.
Oh well, it's like how many times do they ask for something that is actually already on the table?
Yeah. Oh, like 9.
Can I have some cutlery?
9 out of 10. Yeah, actually, yes. There you go. Sure, it's right here. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah. I went to a store in the mall the other day because I found a dress to wear for my bridal shower, but it was a bit low cut. And I wanted to have like maybe...
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, but I don't know. Sometimes I get like self-conscious. No, I don't care. I'm worried that other people are going to care.
You have to stop caring about what other people think.
I know. I just kind of thought about it. It was also the audience. Yes. I mean, honestly, my grandma's there, Anyways, so I thought about my grandma's going to listen to this and be like, I don't care. I don't know.
Like your grandma's never seen tits before. Shout out, Grandma.
I'm sorry. Anyways, so I thought, I'll just go like buy like a bralette or something or a cami. Yeah, you can't find fucking camisoles anywhere anymore, by the way. They're all bralettes now. So
you know why? Because I'm
old and apparently no one wears those anymore.
Millennials like to layer all the clothes.
Yes, you can't find those things anymore.
Gen Z does not do that.
I know. No. I went into Garage and I was like, okay, I love all of the clothing.
That was the go-to place.
I know. I used to work at Garage. Yes. Okay, everything I owned was Garage. So I went into Garage and I was like, I love everything that's in here. Can I wear any of this stuff? No. Because I'm too old for all this stuff. So anyways, I found a couple of bralettes. So I go and I wait for the change room. I'm not joking. I was in line for at least 15 minutes.
I do not try things on.
At least. The only reason I wanted to try it on was because I had the new dress that I just bought and I wanted it to look good. So I thought, okay, I'll just quickly try these on. Well, because of COVID, they can only have like 4 dressing rooms open, which I'm sorry. is kind of ridiculous because there's other stores that have all their dressing rooms open.
Well,
so
you're wearing a mask.
Exactly. But whatever. It's all done tomorrow. It's all good. It is what it is. I'm just saying. So I literally waited there for 15 minutes, and then Jeremy needed me to come pick him up. And so I was like, okay, well, I have to go. So I had to leave the bralettes and leave, and I didn't even buy one. Oh. So it's kind of like, but whatever. Whatever, it's fine. I wore it without the bralette, so it was totally fine. I didn't even need the freaking thing.
And you looked amazing.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know what I just thought of?
What?
I had something on my list that I wanted to mention, and I should have mentioned it earlier, so I'm going to mention it now. 2 things, actually.
What was the thing you put a pin in before?
Okay, so the thing that I put a pin in it's not this thing. The thing that I put a pin in was the janitor that still cleans
the French
place commented and said that she listens to us while she's cleaning the French place. So I wanted to do a little shout out because now this is us. I hope you clean that place. I hope you find no fries. I hope there's no cutlery under those tables. I hope you're having a great time. I hope that the floor is just nice and I hope it goes nice and smooth.
No debris on the floor.
No debris on the floor. I hope I hope the bathrooms aren't too bad. I hope you just have a wonderful clean while you're listening to us. Are we going to
say her name?
Shout out to Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Love you, Brittany. Hope you have a great time. Back to my last thing.
Okay,
so I went to go buy tickets yesterday for this movie.
Yes.
Well, they want you to make an account.
Oh.
Cool. Go to make an account. Okay. They require a 10-digit password.
No.
That has symbols, lowercase, uppercase, the name of your firstborn child, all this stuff. Okay. Who is hacking into my movie galaxy username password?
Come on. I have a real bone to pick with the passwords.
It's ridiculous.
I don't care about a secure password. I just want a fucking password that I can remember. I know 500 different passwords for each website, and they're all different, and I don't ever know what my password is for anything. Here's my thing.
You guys both need a password manager
No.
now.
I have Marcus is all about the password manager.
It's still annoying.
No. Okay? I can remember all of my passwords. I have no problem with that.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No, you cannot.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot. No, we've
Marcus,
been trying to
I was a cashier. I can remember what the code of bananas is. It's 4011, just so you know.
When you got your new computer this week, you were a little bit struggling. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I got my new Mac. I got a new iMac. You have a Mac, right?
Yes, I do.
You have a MacBook.
Yep.
Okay. I've always been a Windows person. I hate Apple. I'm very against Apple. I'm very against Apple. I got a new iMac.
Not anymore.
I got a new iMac. It's the best thing I've ever used in my entire life.
Yeah.
It makes everything so much easier in my day-to-day life. Like,
it's amazing.
There's so many things that it can do that Windows can't do. And I have the magic touch mouse. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, it's absolutely it's just I don't know how I survived this long without one.
So when are you switching to the iPhone?
Well, I'm getting an iPhone for work, but I'm going to keep my Android for personal use.
Well, let's see how much you like your Android after you get the iPhone.
Honestly though, I used to have an iPhone. I don't like that you have to do everything the Apple way. I like that.
That's what you also said about a Mac. Just saying.
We'll see. I like Android as my phone. I'm fine to keep Android as my phone.
Tuned.
It's not going to happen. I'm not getting it. I'm going to get an iPhone for work, and that's fine. Anyways, back to my password thing.
Okay.
I remember I have 4 passwords that I majority use, and they're all kind of variations of different things. I hate when you go to reset your password and it's like, oh, you can't use a password that you've already used. Well, what was it then? What was it then that was before? But I don't know if I saved this, but I'm going to post this because I saw something. It was maybe on Instagram. I don't remember. Oh, here it is. So it was the time it takes a hacker to brute force your password. Okay. So it's based on the number of characters of your password. And if it's numbers only, lowercase letters, upper and lowercase, numbers, upper and lowercase, or everything with symbols. Basically, if you do a password that's say 13 digits long and it's numbers, upper and lowercase and symbols, it'll take them 2 million years to break in. And if it's 11 digits long, it'll take them 400 years. So it just kind of goes to show you that, like, obviously it does make a difference.
I'm sure.
Because it's a really interesting graph. I'll post it so that everyone can see it.
It does look interesting.
So fine. I guess I'll do it. I'm just saying, who is breaking into my movie theater password?
I don't know.
Nobody. Or my optimum points. You want my optimum points? Take them.
No.
What do you even use your optimum points for? I don't shop at Shoppers.
Are you serious?
What do you use them for?
I bought a gorgeous Estee Lauder serum that was $130. I got that for free from my optimum points.
I just don't use that kind of stuff.
I love it. I treat myself to, like, that's something that I normally wouldn't buy for myself.
Right.
So I save up my optimum points and then I buy something expensive that I wouldn't normally buy.
That's fair. I would do that.
Yes.
I couldn't even tell you. I know I have a card, but I haven't physically seen it in like years. So,
and you can get optimum points at Superstore also.
Yes, you don't shop there.
Oh, sometimes I do. There's certain things that they have that I really like that I don't go there every week or anything, but
I will say Superstore is really good just for their variety of stuff. They have a large variety of items, specifically ethnic stuff, really good produce, really good bakery.
They have a lot of seafood that you can't get other places.
That's
like if
true.
I'm going to make like crab legs or clams or anything, I always buy them from Superstore because it's just so easy.
That's true. Yesterday I was really craving like like the little shrimp that you get from like fresh shrimp. I was craving like a fresh shrimp salad sandwich.
That would be so good.
I know.
Oh, yes. With like maybe a little bit of guac, maybe a little chipotle mayo.
No. Not into
that
the
would
guac.
be very good.
Not into the guac. I've only just started eating avocado.
Right.
Let alone guac.
Oh,
so
when I worked at Tinamera, we had a seafood club sandwich. That was like seafood panini.
Yeah.
And it was a grilled sandwich, and it had fresh shrimp and crab meat with.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, with avocado. And I think I just had the chipotle mayo on the side. Oh, that's what I want.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Really good.
Love it. How is the market going? You obviously closed a house today, which is exciting.
Yes.
But.
I had a deal closed today, possessions tomorrow. It all went very smoothly, so very grateful for that.
Great.
The market really hasn't changed all that much.
Yeah. Can we please just go over some terms for me a little bit? So,
sure.
Escrow. Is that mostly an American?
We don't use that term here.
Okay. So, like, what do we call that in Canada?
I am not super familiar with the whole process in America. So, what I think it's equivalent to, and, if I'm wrong and you know that I'm wrong, just
let us know.
Feel free to correct me. But I think it's similar to subject removal.
That's what I had kind of thought too.
So, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Or fell out of escrow. That would be like the deal collapsed. You didn't remove subjects, that type of thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, yeah, we don't use that here.
Okay, and then define like probate is something that happens more of an estate when an estate is going.
So if somebody dies, if it's very easy if it's a husband and wife and the husband dies, it's very easy. As long as they are joint tenants on the title, then everything just falls to the wife. So that's very easy. All you need is to produce a death certificate.
I see.
That's all you need. But when it goes to probate, that means that somebody has died and they may or may not have a will. If they do, the process is much easier. If they don't, then it takes a lot longer in the court system. But the house can't be sold to the new owner until probate has been granted by the court.
Right.
And especially due to COVID, the courts are very backed up. It's taking a long time. So if you're buying a house that's subject to probate, you're not going to know exactly what your for sure completion date is going to be until probate's been granted. So you're kind of just waiting around.
Because somebody that's been in probate for like months.
Oh yeah, I did. I knew somebody who was in probate for, I think it was like over 3 months. But then
that's actually doesn't seem like it's that bad when you think about it.
No, it's not. So as long as you're like flexible on when you can complete and take possession, then it's not a bad option at all. But if you need to be out of your rental or you're selling your house, you need to be out by a certain date, it might not be the best choice for you.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you think are like things that add value to your house that maybe don't require a whole lot of investment? Like, let's say you can't afford to update your flooring or put in a whole new kitchen. Like, what are some things that you could do then to increase the value of your house?
Okay, well, take a look at like what are the trends, what is popular right now. So like if you don't have enough money to update your whole kitchen, it's a really easy thing to like paint your cabinets.
Right.
White cabinets are very in style right now. If you have, don't like paint your like solid oak cabinets. That's just stupid. But like, if you've got like
melamine
shitty old IKEA cabinets, then you can sand them. There's a lot of really great tutorials online for how to do it properly, because you want to make sure you do it proper. But fresh coat of paint on the cabinets makes a big difference. Backsplash, you can get backsplash very cheap. That's an easy thing that you can do. Don't waste your money on floors unless they're in like terrible shape. But chances are someone might not like the floors that you pick
and change
out,
it anyways.
And they're going to rip them out first thing when they move in. So it doesn't matter. Don't spend your money on stuff like that. The basic stuff.
Fresh coat of paint.
Fresh coat of paint, very easy. Anything cosmetic that you can do to make your house look just nicer, and like cleanliness goes a long way. I showed a house a few weeks ago that was just dirty. Like everything looked to be in good shape, but it was just dirty. And so it just like, it didn't show very well. And
staging your house to show specifically.
So I think that they could have gotten more money than they ended up getting, but because the house just looked rough. And it was literally just dirty. That's an easy thing. Anybody can clean.
I always think that like if I'm ever in the mood to go and get a new car, I don't know why I said it like that, but
okay.
if I'm ever in the mood. But I always think like if I were to ever trade in my car, which I've done, I always go and like completely detail my car and I clean it all and I make sure it's like there's nothing in it kind of thing. So, because it makes the salesperson who's going to get in it is going to go for a test drive and they're going to go, wow, this car looks like it's really been taken care of. And,
exactly.
So it's the same thing with your house. You know?
And if you're having a realtor in your home to do a market evaluation, we can see past all that stuff. But when it comes to showing your house, and of course at our team we get cleaners to come in and clean it for you for the photos. But I didn't know that. That's a service that we provide. But for showings and whatnot, just make sure it's clean, because it just makes such a big difference to the potential buyers.
Which unfortunately, appearance is everything. And it's true. When you go and look through a house, you're so excited about seeing the new house, and you're mostly just excited I just want to figure out the layout. How many bedrooms does it have? Does it work? Oh, I like the colors, whatever. Oh, great. You're not really looking at the oven or how anything, but you can definitely tell when a house is not maintained, and it's not difficult to do a quick clean,
sometimes people are just like, if they can't clean their floors, what else are they not doing?
Exactly.
Are they maintaining the roof? Are they maintaining the hot water tank? Are they are they maintaining the plumbing, electrical? Like, it just, if your house looks nice and looks taken care of,
it makes it seem like you have cared. And I will say I would assume that that's a very difficult thing right now. Well, maybe not right now, but as we've seen through COVID, there's been a lot of houses that are being purchased with no subjects, so no inspection. So that's very difficult for the buyers getting no inspection done. You have no idea what's wrong with that house.
It's risky, but
it just kind of is the way it is though right now, is how a lot of people are having to purchase things without getting that done, because if they put that as a subject, they wouldn't be chosen.
That's true.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of comes from that though.
I think we might see some repercussions of that. I mean, I
Yeah,
saw
I agree.
a house a few months ago that was originally purchased back in 2016 when there was that huge buyer's market.
Yes.
But super competitive. And so these people went in subject free, not knowing that the house had originally been built in 2008, and that was when there was the recession,
Right.
and
so materials were really expensive.
Yes.
They probably cheaped out on materials.
So they cheaped out. The house was sitting without a roof for a very long time. The house actually
Really?
took about, I think, over 2 years to be built.
Wow.
And there was tons of water damage that the buyers just did not know about.
Yeah.
And so they ended up selling. They had to. They were never able to live in the house because there was toxic mold all throughout.
Really?
Yes. And so they sold that house recently for a loss, which is like
That's
unheard
so
of
unfortunate.
in this market.
Yeah.
But it's just, they didn't know what the issues were in the home. And I mean, that is like worst case scenario. That's not likely to happen again, but it's buyer beware, basically.
See, and it's such an interesting market too, because one of my friends, I'm not going to say who, but one of my friends, I've told you this before, purchased a townhouse.
Right.
And it just, since she purchased, it just sounds like there's been so many issues. Not necessarily, I'd say, caused by the developer, but at the same time, I mean, I think these things definitely could have been avoided if they had had a developer that really knew what they were doing. So there's been a lot of challenges. Like lately, her newest thing is that her AC blew all of her outlets. So she had no power throughout her entire townhouse during the heat wave. And she has 3 tenants, so she has to make sure that they obviously have AC and everything, and that they have power. So then she had to get an electrician to come on a Sunday to deal with the entire thing.
God.
Her washing machine already has flooded throughout the entire 3 floors of her townhouse. Like it's just been one thing after another. And I think she moved in. So I think she moved in, and I don't even remember, because she bought the house. Like, let's say she closed on the house, I think in June last year. It was before we closed on our house or something like that. And she didn't end up moving in until like December, because they kept pushing occupancy date, because various different things, right? And now she's had all these issues since she's lived there, and I just feel so bad.
That's horrible.
And that's the unfortunate part, is you expect that a new house, you're going to have no problem.
Yeah.
Right? And then this is what happens. Interesting. It's an interesting industry.
It is. It's not boring, I'll tell you that.
No. Well, we were kind of talking about that today. I mean, I can't imagine being in a situation where you can't do an inspection just because, the market's so hot and they're not going to choose me.
Yeah.
So then you have to go into it having absolutely no idea if there's any issues with this house.
Yeah.
And as a first-time home buyer, that's even more scary.
It is. And I mean, most of the time the home inspectors will just find little things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I recommend, if you can't do a home inspection for whatever reason, do one once you take possession, just so you can find out what the issues are and you can fix them before they become a bigger problem. And they'll also tell you like what to do to kind of maintain, whether it's like recocking the bathtub or the windows or whatever. So that's always a good option. Just so that you know, for peace of mind. It's not going to obviously make a difference to the deal, but
I will say that's the one thing I was kind of disappointed about with my home inspection, because the day we moved in, our dishwasher leaked. And when we got it repaired, it turns out that the seal all around was completely corroded. However, when the home inspector did a load in the dishwasher, like ran the dishwasher, it was an empty load.
Oh, did he run the dishwasher?
Yes.
Oh, because they usually don't do the appliances.
He did. So I'm pretty positive that he did. I'll have to look into that, but I'm pretty positive. I remember him saying like, yeah, I did a quick load just to see, or a quick wash, or a quick cycle. But when we got the seal replaced, the installer had kind of said, well, likely what's happening is when there's dishes in there, the water's spraying and then it's going out of the cracks in the seal. So if the home inspector did do a cycle, then it would make sense that it didn't work. Well, then our fridge also had issues like 3 months into living there, so we had to replace the fridge. And it's like, well, I guess you wouldn't have really noticed that stuff when you were just opening up the fridge as the home inspector, but so there's nothing you can really do about that. But it's kind of like the things that he looked at, I mean, great to know, but at the same time, it's like there's a lot of stuff that I would have dealt with or like to have known, you know? Like just age of appliances, I think too. Like all of our appliances are Samsung, and Samsung should just not make appliances.
No, and I agree.
You know, so just little things like that you don't really think of when you go to actually look at the house. I mean, I didn't pay attention to what kind of appliances we had.
Yeah.
You know, or consider the age of the house and the type of appliances and how we would have to replace those. You know, the hot water tank in the suite, I knew we were going to have to replace that, but just all that kind of little stuff. So maybe just when you're going to look at houses, try to think of those things in mind as well. You know, it's not just about cosmetic and how it looks. You have all of that time when you're doing a showing to really get into the nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So
this is all true.
Is it pretty common for new builds not to have appliances already in the house?
It depends. It is common. I've seen that a lot. Sometimes you can work out an appliance package, and then sometimes they just straight up don't come with appliances. It is what it is. It just depends on the seller.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right. Well, there's your real estate market update.
Yay.
So last week we had talked about a little bit about a drinking game.
Okay.
On the podcast.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be kind of funny. So I made a drinking game.
Okay.
So I'm going to create a really nice post and I'll put it on Instagram. And then I challenge all of our listeners and our viewers to play along with the drinking game.
That'll be for the next week.
Yes. Yeah. It'll come out for the next week. So then you can play along. Tell us what you think. See if we need to add anything. Tell us how it went. So we encourage you, make the cocktail that we're making and then play along. I think that's a good idea. Marcus?
And drink responsibly.
And drink responsibly, obviously.
Don't drink and drive.
Correct. Make sure you have a designated driver, all that jazz. Don't do it at a restaurant, do it at home.
Don't play the drinking game if you're listening to this in the car.
Oh, yeah, no, don't do that. No, this is only at home while you're sitting on your couch. You have nowhere else to be. You have a free night. You just play along.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go and buy some Empress Gin. Because it's so darn delicious. I like the way that those martinis worked out. They were very good.
Yeah, they're really good. I wish that we could have another one.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're kind of, we're kind of out of the Empress Gin. We're going to have to stock up. You're going to have to bring your bottle in here.
Yeah, I will.
I know. We're going to need to have, you know what I think we should have is a little bar cart.
We should have a bar cart.
Mm-hmm. That we just make all of our cocktails on.
Maybe a Coca-Cola bar cart.
I love that idea. Do you think we can get away with that as like a business expense? Probably not. I don't think so.
Maybe.
Doubtful.
Question mark.
We'll see. Probably
For legal reasons? No.
This is a joke.
No.
It's fine. Everything's okay. Don't worry about it. What's your plans for the weekend, Ellie?
God, I have no plans for the weekend. I'm going to take it easy, I think.
Wow.
Hopefully I'll be working a little bit, but
yes, that would be nice.
I've got nothing on the books so far, but if you want to look at houses, let me know.
Yes. Hit Allie up. Go and take a look at some houses. I might just schedule to look at some houses just for the sake of looking at some houses. No, I won't do that.
No,
I promise.
don't do that. No,
I won't.
No, we're not doing that.
I won't. Only contact Allie if you are an actual buyer, please.
Yes.
Or seller.
Proof of pre-approval or cash.
Wow, now there's conditions as being part of Allie as a realtor. It's fine.
Should we talk about Real Housewives?
Yes. So let's give an update on what happened to the episode last week.
Okay, so Erica Girardi filed for divorce from her husband, Tom. And this was the first time that she talked about him in a negative light. She talked about him in a negative light most of what we saw, for sure. It was like a complete 180 from what she had said previously. So that's interesting. She talked about how, she wasn't an equal partner. Yeah. He really controlled everything in her life. And just, he financed everything, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like, she made a comment at some point about how, he has a lot that he has to deal with, or he has a lot coming to him, something like that. And to me, making that statement kind of seems like you know what's going on.
She knows what's going on. So as we said before in our previous podcast, Erica was fired by her lawyers. Then they backtracked and
hired her back.
Yes, they came back on. So I read an article today saying that she will be testifying against Tom, and she will be speaking, and she'll talk about it.
I wonder
and she'll
if they'll
get into
televise that. Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's high profile enough.
It's high profile enough, but I don't think that they usually televise those things.
Fair. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Legal matter, especially.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's not looking good for Tom. I don't know what I don't know what's going to happen to Erica. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, she's moved into a new place.
Yep.
I also think it's kind of interesting that she already had, well, I guess, I don't know. She already had a place to move into. She already had it all figured out, served him. I guess that's a smart thing to do.
She had an escape plan.
Right. She'd already had it figured out, and then this is what I'm going to do. And that she hadn't talked to him since the day that she filed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
I mean, after 21 years and you just don't speak, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I wonder about her son, because they didn't talk about this, but her son was living with them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is interesting.
So I wonder if he moved out or if he was still living with Tom.
Isn't he like 25?
Yeah, something like that.
So I feel like it's kind of time. It's time. It's time to go on, do your own thing.
Did you know his name is also Tom?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. She never talks about her kid ever.
No, she doesn't, because he's a
cop.
He's a cop with LAPD, and she wants to protect his identity.
Which is understandable. But I didn't even know that was his name.
Yep.
But his name is Tom.
His name's Tom.
We know.
Well, now we know.
Well, we don't know his last name.
Yeah, because she had him before she was married to Tom Girardi.
I was like, wait, you don't have his full name, but
No.
but he wants to keep his identity secret.
No, we don't know anything. All we know is what she said on the show.
We also know his social, day of birth.
No.
Nothing like that.
The creeping has been a very minimal, for me at least. I don't know if you've creeped.
I see it all over TikTok. I don't really creep. I've never looked
My
it up.
algorithm's just not there. Lately, I'm at conspiracy theory algorithm. All of a sudden, I'm at conspiracy theory algorithm, and yeah, I'm trying not to watch them.
That is a slippery slope. I will not. That's
Yes, it is.
You can go way, 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 way down the rabbit hole.
Oh my God.
I am not interested in that.
Oh, see, I really like conspiracy theories. I find them very interesting.
I find them interesting.
It
that
just
people
depends on what it
believe them.
is. It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Some of them I'm like, that's ridiculous. That's way too far out there.
That is, like, a lot of them, I'm like, how could you actually believe that?
Okay, so I was going to talk about this last week and I actually forgot.
Okay.
There is an account on YouTube called Lemino. So Lemino.
Okay.
I always think of it like, let me know. But Lemino. So I'm going to say they because I don't know whether it's anybody. Anyways, they create these videos that are all about different conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So one is about the Malaysian flight 370 that crashed.
Yeah.
One is about the Roanoke tribe and the pilgrims coming over and how Roanoke all of a sudden was like deserted. About the Tic Tac. Do you know anything about the Tic Tac?
No.
So the United States Air Force released a video a few years ago of basically an unidentified flying object, and it's a full like radar video of this thing that looks like a Tic Tac.
Okay.
And it was flying so fast, and all of a sudden it just like completely darts out, and there's no way that it was like an aircraft or anything of any kind.
I have heard of that.
It's the first official video that they can actually say, we don't know what this is.
Right.
And there's a lot of different accounts of different people within the United States, you know, government and army and everything that say, we have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
So anyways, he has really great videos that basically are very unbiased. They approach the topic and give you as much information as they can find about that topic.
Right. Okay. This is kind of like, I listened to Armchair Expert all the time with Dax Shepard, and they have a little spin-off podcast that comes out once a month called Armchaired and Dangerous, and it's about conspiracy theories.
Oh, that's cool.
And same thing, like it's very unbiased. They just kind of present like, this is what people believe.
Yeah, these are the different facts.
Yeah.
You know, this is one scenario. This is maybe another solution. This is this. This is what maybe I believe could have happened because of this. But who's to say that that's what actually happened?
It's really interesting. They've done podcasts about 9/11, UFOs.
9/11 was another
lizard
one.
People,
Yes.
Sasquatch.
I love the lizard people.
Oh, it's so ridiculous, though.
I know, it's so silly. But so I actually found, I really liked this account. And I think it was Jeremy's brother actually that showed us this account.
I'm hesitant to look it up on YouTube because it's just,
honestly,
you can get sucked into a rabbit hole and then you just don't even know what you're seeing.
What I will say though, like usually their videos are about like, let's say 15 to 20 minutes long, maybe a little bit longer. And I mean, the one about Malaysia 370, because I remember when that happened. Yeah. I remember reading about it on the news. I'm like terrified of plane crashes. Yeah. So I'm always very intrigued every time that there is one. Yeah. And this one was so bizarre because of, you know, we don't know where it was. Yeah. It's missing everything. Watching the video, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know about, like a lot of information that was released afterwards that of course either doesn't make it into our media or doesn't make it into the media at all. Right. So it's public knowledge, but it doesn't make it well known. And so it just kind of gives you a little bit of a different light to go, that's actually kind of interesting. It sounds like that is what happened. And it's not like it's anything weird, like aliens took over, but it's like, it makes you think of it in a different light and makes you think, wow, okay, maybe I can have some kind of solace knowing that maybe that is what happened. Yeah. So of any conspiracy theory kind of profile or anything that I've seen, Lamino is my favorite one because I like how they approach it. I'm going to listen to Armchair Expert. Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't know that they did that. Yeah. Just once a month. It's called Armchaired and Dangerous. And it's Dax and Monica. And then they have a guy from New Zealand named David Ferrier. He's an expert on conspiracy theories. Oh, that's cool. So they had originally interviewed him on an episode of Armchair Expert. And they liked him so much. And they found what he had to say so interesting. And they only didn't have enough time to talk about all the things that they could have talked about. So they decided to do a monthly podcast with him. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. I like that. Did we talk about the video that Dax Shepard did with Kristen Bell where he was getting Kristen to audition for the... No, I've heard of it. Oh, wait, maybe we did. I think we did. We did talk about this. You and I talked about this just separately. Yes. So Dax Shepard is hilarious. And so is Kristen Bell. And of course, they're married. I found a video on TikTok and I'll post it on our Instagram. But basically, Dax Shepard is getting Kristen Bell to audition for a role that he actually wrote for her. And it's just a little skit. And so he makes her come in and like read for this role. And she's like, I'm not reading for this role. You wrote this for me. This is ridiculous. And he's like, oh, actually, can you just state your name for the camera, please? Just state your name and what you're reading for. And she's like, you know who I am. We're married. This is ridiculous. And he's like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to state your name, please, because we have a lot of applicants and we just need to make sure that we can tell you from everybody else. And she's like, this is insane. It's so funny. So I'm going to post it. I love them as a couple because they don't sugarcoat it. They don't. No, I just saw Chelsea Handler was hosting the Ellen show. Oh, okay. And she had Kristen Bell on. So Chelsea was like, how's it been with Dax? Yeah. Stuck in quarantine together. And she said he's not, well, he wasn't sober for a little bit. He was sober for a long time and then he kind of fell off. He was sober for 16 years. Then he had some surgeries due to accidents and he relapsed on opioids, which was not his drug of choice before when he was using. So it was like a sort of different kind of relapse. I feel like you had these nails. We're not going to talk about this. We're not talking about this right now. This was like 3 episodes ago. We are not talking about the nail situation right now. Anyways, Dax Shepard. Dax Shepard. Don't interrupt me. Sorry, I'm just like noticing your nails and I'm like, wow, those went on there for a long time. They've been on for 4 weeks, but no lifting. Okay, they're in really great shape. They're just grown out a lot, so couldn't handle it. I'm like a 3-weeker, and they are not so weird. They're in really good shape. They're not lifting. When I had acrylics, I would literally go 5 to 6 weeks, and now insane. I'm like, I could not. I can't even last 3 weeks sometimes.
Anyway, so
sorry.
They were talking about how when quarantine started, they were literally at each other's throats. They were fighting so much. And they've gone to couple counseling, literally like when they first started dating. They started couple counseling, which is nice. So then they were talking to their therapist and they're like, well, what can we do to help our situation? We're fighting so much. We're just on top of each other all the time.
Yeah.
And so they, instead of going together, they started going separately so they could talk shit about each other.
Oh my God, really?
Without any judgment.
That's hilarious.
And apparently that really worked.
One thing I will say that I've read before about them specifically is whenever they have a fight in front of their kids, they always make a point to make up in front of their kids. Even if they're not actually making up, they always make a point to do that. And then, you know, they maybe finish the fight and make up later, because they mentioned how a lot of parents will fight in front of their kids and then they make up privately, so their kids never get to see a solution to that fighting, which I thought was really interesting.
It's a really great teachable moment. That you can have an argument with somebody and you can make up and you can talk about it, work it out. You can see somebody else's perspective. And I think that's a really great lesson for kids.
Me too. So I thought that was really interesting. So I like that they are both just so open with their entire lives and just, this is who we are, unapologetically me, you know, which kind of brings us full circle to Jackie Schimmel. It's just, you know,
we like
this
authentic
is us.
people.
Well, exactly. And I think we've mentioned this before, that I would assume that it would be hard in that kind of industry. You just don't really know who's genuine and who's not. But I think you can tell with some of those people, like Kristen Bell. I mean, following her on Instagram is hilarious. She's always posting stuff about her and Dax, like just laying in bed, and you know, which is so cool. So make sure you follow her. We're gonna have to tag her just for the sake of tagging. I love like when celebrities go on TikTok, like David Spade just joined TikTok, and he's actually answering people when they comment and stuff, which is so cool.
I love that.
It's like, that's how you know that you're not overrun yet with people commenting, because otherwise how do you keep up with that kind of stuff? No. Did you watch the TikTok that I sent you today of that guy pretending to be the Kardashians, right?
Yes.
I'm going to have to post this.
That was pretty funny.
There's a guy that has done all of the parts of when Khloe Kardashian, when all the Kardashians find out that Tristan had been cheating on Khloe. So he does all of the different parts of like Kim, Kourtney, Kylie, Kendall. It's so funny. I'm gonna have to put that on there. I thought
that was really funny.
I love TikTok. Honestly, people are so creative.
Yes.
I just don't come up with stuff like that. And where the frick do people get all these wigs and stuff from? I mean, how much time do you have to buy wigs?
I know. I agree. I want to shout out this guy. I've talked about him before, but I didn't know his name. The guy
a TikTok
from
guy?
Yes. Okay. So I like to watch the refill videos.
Right.
We've talked all about the refill. There is a guy who reacts to the refill videos, which is hilarious. I love it.
British guy.
Yes, he's British. His account is at Richard Sales Official.
Oh, that's easy.
Yep.
Richard Sales Official.
Love it.
Yes.
To the brim.
That's all about, you're all about to the brim.
To the brim.
Let me see. What are some like newer TikToks I've been laughing about? I save so many TikToks, it's not even funny.
Oh, I don't save them. I just save
You don't
them.
save them?
No, I never do.
What? I have like saved TikToks from 3 years ago. What? You never go back and rewatch them? Because that's sometimes the funniest part.
No, I never do.
When some of them are just hilarious, I go back and rewatch them. What's even the point? And when you want to show people something, you never even...
Oh, yeah, I send them. Like I sent you at Richard Sales Official.
You just send them to people.
Yeah.
I found a recipe on there that I want to try, and you take uncooked pasta, you put it in a casserole dish with chicken broth and your seasonings. You bake it like that until the pasta cooks.
I watched this today.
Do you know what I'm talking about? And then
yes.
And then
I watched it today. It looks so good.
It looks amazing.
Oh my God. I want to make that.
I want to make it so bad.
Can you make it for me?
I do kind of want to make it. I think we should. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I want to try it because I was all about the feta pasta. You've made the feta pasta.
I didn't like it.
What?
It was like, I don't know.
You didn't make it right.
Well, I thought it was just dry.
No,
and
you didn't
gross.
make it right. Sorry.
I did not like it.
You did not make it right. Okay, this is what I do.
Well, it's like, what do I gonna add more oil? Ew.
Okay, you take an entire clamshell of cherry or grape tomatoes.
I did
cut
that.
them in half. You take whole cloves of garlic, unpeel them, put them all in your casserole dish, drizzle oil all over, and then I usually do salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic seasoning, and some oregano and red chili flakes. Then you take your feta, you put it in the middle. I usually get a block that's like this big. For people who are listening, I don't even know. It's like $7 to get like a $6 or $7 amount of feta. Then,
probably like a 6-ounce piece of feta, I'd say.
Couldn't even tell you.
That's a guess.
Then you drizzle a little bit more oil on top of that, some more seasoning of the same kind. You bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, you're boiling your pasta. When it comes out of the oven, you mash up your garlic and mash up all of your feta. You mix it all together with your pasta. How can you fuck that up?
I didn't like it.
It's delicious. Every single time I make it, we eat the entire thing, and I feel horrible about my life. But then I wish I had more because it's so damn delicious. I just remembered
something so funny. I have to say this. This is what my mom said when we were at a restaurant the other day.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I'm going to say this from now on.
Okay.
My mom says, oh, could I have this salad, but I really don't want the croutons because I don't eat grain. I'm allergic.
She's allergic to grain?
Well, she goes, I don't eat grain. I'm allergic. And we're like, well, what happens when you eat grain? She goes, I feel guilty. So that's my new thing.
My gosh, like, that's hilarious.
I'm allergic to ice cream.
I feel guilty.
I feel guilty.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It makes me feel guilty.
I like that.
So yeah, that's my new thing.
I'm just like, I'm really trying to be very diligent about not eating a whole lot of sugar.
Yeah.
For the next month.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
After the month,
I feel the same way.
Who gives a fuck? I'm doing it. But
then you'll be married. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. He's got me then.
You can let yourself go.
I can do whatever I want. I can finally go like 29 years and just let myself go. I love it. Yeah, but although then we're going to go to Europe and I don't.
No.
I would like to look good.
You
for
want to look
going
good
to
for
Europe.
that. Yeah,
so I'll just wait until after. And then I'll get pregnant and then I'll let myself go. Probably not. I probably won't do that.
No, I don't think you will.
But I'll feel better about like eating pasta, not like hating myself.
Yeah.
So we'll be fine. This has been a very good educational episode.
I think so.
We're very like self-powering, do whatever you want, feel however you want, look however you want, do whatever you want, say whatever you want. Who gives a fuck?
Don't hurt people's feelings.
Well, that too. Don't hurt people's feelings.
But that being said, people are too fucking sensitive.
Here's the thing. I am a people pleaser. I never, ever, ever want to hurt anybody's feelings.
And I feel the exact same way.
But at the same time, you have to do what makes yourself happy and you have to do what is going to be best for you. And unfortunately, sometimes that means that you have to like cut people out of your life or do something different because that's what works for your life.
Yeah.
Or stand up for yourself and say, no, I can't do this, or I don't want to do this anymore, or this doesn't work for me anymore and I have to make this change. And if somebody's going to be upset because of that, then they're not your friend to begin with.
Yeah.
Because your friend should support you and what makes sense for you.
Your friends should want you to be happy.
Right.
And what was the other thing I was going to say? I forget.
It's true though. I mean, literally, if I said to you, you know what, Allie, like I just am not happy doing this anymore. Or, you know, we just not like being friends with you. I just mean like, I don't even know a situation. Like, let's say we had like a weekly thing that not the podcast, but just
not
like,
the podcast.
No, not the podcast.
Definitely
that
not
will
the podcast.
Forever stay. But let's just say we like, every Sunday we had mimosas and that was like our thing.
Yeah.
And eventually
it was for a long time.
Was it?
Kind of. We used to go for brunch all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Remember?
Oh, like back when we worked in the industry?
Yes.
Kind of thing? Oh, yes. Except that I worked like Sunday days for a very long time. So after that, yes, we did go for brunch. That's fair. Anyways, and then let's say I was like, you know what? I can no longer spend the money to go out for brunch anymore, and I just can't drink anymore on Sundays. I never get anything done. I don't feel good about myself. And you were like, fuck you. That's ridiculous.
That sounds like something I would say.
That's so silly, like blah, blah, blah. Then you're not a good friend. You know? That you should be like, you know what? That's totally fine. Not a problem. cool.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Like, your friends should just want you to be yourself. And
Exactly.
do what is right for you.
Yes. I remember saying that to an ex-boyfriend once, that like, I don't know why you put on this facade all the time, because people will like you for who you actually are.
That's true.
You like, try giving yourself a chance a little bit and just being who you want to be. Like, don't go and do that thing if you don't want to do it then. You know, I mean, honestly, we're at the point now where we're adults. Like, if I don't want to go to the backyard barbecue because I just don't want to do it, then I'm just not going to do it.
I
you know?
feel the same way. And you don't need to make an excuse.
Exactly.
You can just say, I'm not coming.
And that's it. That's another
all you
thing
have to
I've
say.
also learned is like, I always feel bad because I want to give them a reason of why I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, no one deserves a reason of why you don't want, or why you're not coming. Sorry, I'm not able to make it.
That's it.
It just is what it is. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Just be yourself.
Well, and because at the end of the day, no one is really looking out for you and what's the best for you. They're looking at what's best for them. Mm-hmm. So no one is sitting there going, oh, I want to make sure that like everything with Allie's life is absolutely perfect and everything that I have to do with my life.
Nice?
I know, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, if you have to do what's going to be best for yourself.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
It is what it is. That's true for anything.
What? It is what it is.
It is what it is. Because it's never what it isn't.
Oh my God. Now it sounds like we're in either Alice in Wonderland or Dr. Seuss. It is what it isn't. It isn't what it is. I watched Alice in Wonderland the other day, the original Disney version. Because it had been so long. And every time I'm gardening, I always see flowers. And then I think of when she's like small and she's walking around the flowers and they're talking to her. So I always think of that moment. And so I watched the old Alice in Wonderland. Then I watched the new Alice in Wonderland. Then I watched Maleficent. And then I watched Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, wow.
It was a total Disney day.
A Disney day.
Disney evening, actually. Those movies aren't very long.
No, they're not.
But they're good, though. Have you seen the live action of Aladdin?
Yes. Yes, I have.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know
good.
how I feel about it. Is it?
Yeah.
Because the original is really good. And I feel like it's going to ruin it.
No, it didn't ruin it. I mean, it's just different. I mean, I felt like you can't replace Robin Williams. And you can't. You cannot replace Robin Williams. But I did like Will Smith as the genie.
I've heard that he
different.
tries to be a lot like Robin Williams, but then there's certain aspects that he does bring his own kind of thing into it.
Just, he doesn't replace him.
It's fair.
Should we wrap it up?
I think we should.
I'm very hot.
Oh, it's like ridiculous in here.
very hot in
There's
the studio.
one tiny fan over there, and it's just not doing anything.
Very far away.
And we don't have AC, and it just is what it is.
I'm sweating.
It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, this has been a great episode.
I think so.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Please follow us at Allie Morrison, ALLYMORRISON.
And Cherow, CHERROWE, and as well as obviously Bitches in Business.
Without the I.
Yes. Today I went to search us on YouTube and I typed in Butches in Business and I was like, this is just
That's
not what I
probably a
was
thing.
looking for. It is a thing on YouTube, just so you know. Cool. Anyways, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.